So since my last umbrella usage in the last video, people have asked, does it matter what the zoom is on the speedlight when you're using, a big 71-inch umbrella? So I'm going to test it. I'm going to see what the light pattern is for just a plain head, zoomed in, and then to get full coverage, we're going to try the dome, just a diffuser dome, and then that wide angle adapter that I never paid attention to that much. I don't use that often, but I want to try it in the umbrella to see actually how much of a bigger spread it is with this diffuser or wide angle adapter. But anyway, we're going to take some shots. I'll dial down the camera so you can see the light pattern inside the umbrella, and then we'll do some light patterns on the wall to see if there's a difference that way. So, let's get to it and get some shots done. So I did my first shot without the flash, so you can see what it looks like without the flash, and then we'll go into. So this is a bare head. The flash is zoomed out all the way to the widest angle. So as you would suspect, it's not full coverage on a 71-inch umbrella, and the offset you can clearly see that it's offset because of that the shaft versus where the head is on the speedlight. So getting more wide coverage to use more of this umbrella makes sense. Otherwise, why use a 71-inch umbrella? Now, the other thing to remember is, I'm powered down quite a bit because I want you to see the light pattern. But even if you do power up, you're still putting your major light where it's shown here. So we need to diffuse this and get more coverage off this umbrella to make it work for us. And now I'm going to put the dome diffuser on it. Thinking this would give me a bigger spread than the wide, but I'm not sure. But we'll take a look and see. So now this next shot is with the dome diffuser. Quite honestly, I thought I would get more coverage out of the dome diffuser. Now it did soften the edges, it did feather it out quite a bit, which it's a great look, and that's beautiful light coming from a speedlight. And obviously, being a distance away, that's going to give you a very soft fall off. But it's not great for this umbrella. Maybe for a smaller umbrella, this would be perfect. But for a 71-inch, it's still not giving the full coverage that we need. And now we'll do the wide angle adapter. Now this is impressive. That wide angle diffuser or wide angle lens on the front of this strobe is gorgeous. And I'm thinking this is going to do the same for, the square heads as well. But the full coverage is phenomenal. You may lose top and bottom a little bit on a square or rectangle head. But you can see at the very top, I have, a little fall off. But I have my head tilted down just a little bit. So that may be the reason, because I wanted that pointed more towards the center, which may be causing the problem. But this is gorgeous for a 71-inch umbrella and a speedlight. Now I want to zoom the head in. I want to see, number one, how tight it is of a beam and if I'm getting extra power from this. Now I'm not going to use a light meter on this. I'm going to zoom in it all the way. I just want to see what the pattern is, and I'll be able to tell by the exposure if there's any more power with this or not. That's a pretty tight beam. Well, as you would expect, it's a very tight beam, and I don't see the benefit of it, honestly. I see a tiny boost in power, but if this is what you're looking for, you could have used a small umbrella and saved this giant umbrella's work and just bounced off a small flat umbrella. to get the same kind of look, because this is more of the flat part of the umbrella, the flat surface. So I don't think it would give you much of a benefit zooming the head in. So I'm thinking if I turn this around to the gray backdrop, we'll get an idea of the light pattern for each one as well on the gray backdrop. I don't know how this is going to work or if it will work, but we'll give it a shot and see. And then I'm going to drop the aperture a little bit on this so I can get a better idea of. So I don't want you to have to sit through all of this. On YouTube, you really can't see that much of a difference. Now this is the zoomed in, and you can see that it's a little hotter in the center. But you know, the wide is definitely wider coverage, and the zoom is definitely like this, you know, a little tighter. But you can't really see it that well on YouTube, so I just didn't want to waste your time going through each one. You know, is it a major difference? The only major difference is the zoomed, you know, tighter spot with the wide, which is just a full coverage. But that wide full coverage is definitely wide full coverage. So that wide lens adapter makes a difference. Now I'm thinking we do the same type test with a smaller umbrella. Because like I said, with this kind of offset from your center point to your head, with the bigger umbrella, it's more forgiving, but with a smaller umbrella, it's not so forgiving. Okay, so I'm going to go straight umbrella. I'm going to keep this wide, and we'll start with the bare head wide open and see what the spread is, and then we'll put the diffusers on to see what kind of coverage we're getting. And we'll have to take this back down too so you can actually see the light pattern instead of just all white. Now you can see how much more concentrated it is up towards the top of the umbrella. You know, obviously you're getting a little bit more coverage because it's a smaller umbrella, but you're still not getting full coverage, in that, you know, most of the light being concentrated up top is not going to give you even lighting where you would normally think it would on the umbrella. So I definitely think the wider adapter is going to work better. Now we'll switch over to the wide angle adapter. Now this is definitely an obvious difference. Now this is a deep umbrella as well, so it's going to concentrate light more, and being able to fill that umbrella is really going to let you take advantage of this umbrella and the style of it with a speedlight. So I highly recommend that wide angle adapter. It's impressive. So, you know, these light patterns are, you know, with the light hitting the top of the umbrella, you're going more down with this and less up. But, you know, when you tilt this, your light pattern's going down, and you would think, oh, this is where I need the face, but actually this is where you need the face. And then you're not getting as much down here without the wide diffuser. But man, when I use the wide diffuser, I'm really filling up the umbrella completely. So that's really good to see, and a nice, I'm presuming the pop out diffusers on the flashes, on the square head flashes, the rectangle head flashes, are doing the same thing. I just never use them because I just shoot flash. But with these click-on, and I believe the Godox V1 has them as well, it really fills an umbrella quite a bit. So I'm thinking, you know, if you're using a softbox as well, that would be and I'm not losing that much power with it either. So anyway, I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.